Okay. God, this is weird. This is so weird. Oh my. Oh, this is gonna feel so awkward. I don't like it. What? Wait. Be this. All right. We were doing this. Did we even start? No, wait, I think we just finished and then I stopped, right? Oh. How's everyone? I'm a little distracted and unfocused. Yeah. You know what? I'll do one more clear up this timeline and then I'll try the other one for now. So, funny story. My monitor died. End of story. So if you're confused, if something is different, something doesn't seem to be working, or I'm looking in a different direction, there you go, that's your explanation. Amy, not confused. Well, you will be, because camera is there, chat used to be there, and now it's here. So I have to look elsewhere to actually read the chat. I'm confused.
I cannot do that.
I also need to kill these things so I can actually update first. Oh, great money. What do you want from me? Okay, we're good. Building up quite a streak, aren't you? What happened to the monitor? It died. That's the truth, all I can tell you. That's all I know. It was working just fine yesterday. Today, started at the PC and yeah, it's just not working. No idea. Did some diagnosing and then eventually realized, well, it's dead. There's no fixing it. Or, I mean, maybe there is, but it's just not worth it. Thing is, my tertiary monitor is like, and I'm not exaggerating, I'm probably, what's the opposite of exaggerating? I'm understating how old it is. If I'm saying that it's probably 10 plus years old. That monitor has been through quite a lot. I checked just out of curiosity, and so I couldn't find exactly which monitor model I have, but the one I think I have apparently was first made in 2004. Just think about that. I don't think I got it in 2004. That would have been, no, that, I don't think that doesn't sound right. But yeah, let's say this monitor has been with me for 10, 12 years or so. Well, actually, it hasn't been with me the entire time. I gave it to someone else in between, and then they gave it back because they didn't need it anymore. But this monitor is old, basically. Like, really old. Just to give you an idea. So the bezels of my newest monitor, they're just measured instead of this. About a centimeter on the side and the top. At the bottom it's a little thicker, but let's go with the sides. My other one, 2. The old one that died now, the bezels are about 3 centimeters. Just think about that. 3 centimeters on each side. Obviously, it's like, yeah, okay, it's just a bezel, but just think about it. Look at your monitors. How thick or slim are the bezels on that one? That just gives you probably a good idea. It's a 1080p 24-inch monitor with bezels that are just 3 centimeters. That is thick indeed, yeah. So yeah, I think it's time to say goodbye. But I found a good new one, and hey,
I cannot.
on the bright side, I guess I'm gonna be having a second 1440p monitor. Yay. I would have preferred to keep the one for a few more years, but honestly, I don't think I can complain. Considering how much this monitor has been through, it's pretty impressive. So yeah, I'm down to 2 monitors for now, which, two is okay. As I said, for any normal person, 2 monitors is fine. It's just very convenient for streaming. But on the one very big benefit that I realized, if I'm running a 1440p monitor and I put my OBS on there, I can fit a lot more information on there. So yay, I guess. Still annoying that it broke, but what's the saying? There's no use in crying over spilled milk. Something like that. Yeah, it happens. Yeah. And I'm just gonna be happy that it didn't happen sooner. Plan to replace it. Is it technically a plan? I guess it's a plan. I'm just already in the process of executing. No, I already found a new monitor. Like I checked how much I will be paying for a nice monitor, and I ordered it already. Special shout out to Rashi and Chronox while we're at it.
I cannot do that.
Who did some help and suggested some troubleshooting steps and looked up some monitors. What is it? Nothing. Like, it's basically the weaker version of my main monitor. It has an IPS panel, if I remember correctly. It has 1440p. It is 27 inches. And yeah, I think that's about it.
I cannot do that.
So yeah, my only requirements were basically 1440p, 27 inch. IPS would be nice, but not absolutely necessary, but I'm pretty sure it has an IPS panel. And I think the monitor also has FreeSync, but I don't really need that. Refresh rate is also, I think, up to 75. Which, 60 is good enough as a secondary monitor. And the one more important thing for me was that it has I think it's called nit peak brightness or whatever, the maximum brightness of, what's the unit again? CD per meter squared. It's like candela per meter squared or lumen or something like that. I don't know. I just want it to be decently bright, because when I got this, my current main monitor, compared to the super old one that's now broken, there's like a huge difference. Like my main monitor is way brighter, and which makes it look a lot better. And if you blow up, if you turn up the brightness on the old one all the way, it just, yeah, the colors are super blown out. So I thought, if I buy a new monitor, it's gonna stick with me for quite a few years. So I'm gonna invest some money and actually get one that's not gonna annoy me over the brightness and everything. How much was it? 150 more. I think it was like low 200s with the requirements that I had. I basically just went for the cheapest one that fulfilled all of my requirements. I think it was on sale. So yeah, and also another good thing. Yeah, of course, monitor dying sucks, but it died this year, and I don't know if it's just a thing in Germany, but the, what is it, the added value tax, the value added tax, so the VAT is, I think, normally 19%, and because of Corona they reduced it to 16% to, I guess, incentivize people to spend some more money, you know, keep the economy alive and all that. So I guess I got a slight discount still. If I had done it next year, it would have been a little more expensive. So, yeah, I guess. It sucks that the monitor broke, but it's better that it breaks now than if it broke in a month or two. Nice. Sweet. Yeah, we'll see. I might do another unboxing stream if people actually care about that. I don't know. So far, it's always only been more like a meme thing. Like, hey, here's an unboxing. You get to see what stuff I bought. I don't think anyone actually cares about it. But hey, if you do, let me know. I can probably unbox it on stream. So melee, fizz, and then red armor I have 24 and frailty I have 10. Yes. Fuck. Close. We got close. Good chance, sure. Yeah, we'll see. Apparently the monitor is expected to arrive on Monday, which is a little insane. I did not expect it to even arrive before Christmas, but hey, even if it arrives Tuesday, that's still pretty damn sweet. So I consider myself very lucky that all of this aligns so well, I guess.
I cannot do that.
And then I'll be back to triple monitor, the way it's supposed to be. The one thing that I'm wondering now, when I had my third monitor, I said from the beginning, yeah, a third monitor, I'm gonna have some use for it, but it's not gonna feel necessary.
I cannot do that.
But when I lost this today, I was like, okay, even if I'm not streaming, like a third monitor would be nice. By no means necessary, like a second one is, but third monitor would be really nice. What I'm wondering now is, if I had a fourth monitor and I would at some point no longer have it, like it would break, would I feel the same? Like, is there some sort of cap for how many monitors you can actually make use of? Or is it always gonna be, well, I had X monitors, now I have X-1 monitors, and it's bad because I'm used to X monitors. Get a 4 monitor stand and create a monster. Yeah, I could. The question is, why would I? Unless I was doing triple monitor gaming, but in that case, I would rather buy one. What's the tier beyond ultra wide? Like the super ultra wide. There are some monitors. I don't know if you know about that. So there are some monitors that are as wide as 3 monitors, and I think you can configure it in like the monitor's settings, whether it's supposed to pretend to be 1 monitor or 3. So if you just need 3 monitors, it can trick Windows into thinking that it's 3 monitors, and then you just have 3 monitors next to each other without any bezels, which is also nice. And if you're gaming, then you can just have 3 monitors without any bezels, which is even better. Or have one huge monitor if the game doesn't support triple monitors, you know? But they were just called ultra-wide. Maybe. But I thought ultra-wide was just the term for specifically the ones that are 21:9 instead of 16:9. But it's not like it really matters. The terminology, that is.
I cannot do that.
Yeah, I could get one of those, but the question is why. At that point, even for me, that's overkill. Like 3 monitors is fine. I wouldn't mind having 3 1440p monitors. So like, I don't want it to happen, but assuming that my other monitor now also breaks, I would also replace it with a 1440p 27-inch monitor. Like, it's hard to understand if you've never used one, but like a 1080p monitor can only fit this much, but if you have a 1440p monitor, you can all of a sudden fit like this much. Like you can see or fit 25 to 50% more on screen. You can see way more of the website at the same time, or of one program or whatever. Especially when I'm now that I'm doing home office again. This is so nice. Like when I'm at work, I have two 1080p monitors, which yeah, I can get the job done. It's fine. But working from home with 1440p monitor, that is freaking nice on many occasions.
I cannot do that.
But it's one of those things. It's nice, but for most normal people, it's probably not worth it. But if you're as much of a nerd and PC person as I am, then hell yeah. That's all I can say. What have you been up to? You weren't streaming yesterday. Or, well, you weren't streaming enough yesterday. Was it yesterday that you were streaming? You started quite late, didn't you? Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, I got a little confused because I was very busy yesterday. No, so you were streaming, but you started pretty late, and then I joined your stream, and then you just bullied me away. What were you up to before? Share your secrets. Hey, I'm getting old, okay? No bullying allowed. Didn't mean to drop this one. I had to drop this. Watching other streams. How dare you? How dare you? Was a crap run anyway. You know what's the saying? The real something is the friends we made along the way. Something like that. I don't really care if I'm gonna improve my times. If I'm never gonna improve my times anymore in D1. Sure, it's gonna suck, but I look at it from another perspective. Even if I never get any better time in Diablo 1 ever again, I made some really great people thanks to Diablo 1. So, you know, just gotta look at the positives. Always have the healthy mindset of focusing on the positives. You know, my monitor broke, but it could have been a lot worse, and hey, at least I can replace it with a 1440p monitor now without feeling like I'm wasting money because I still have a functioning monitor. Now I have an excuse to buy a new, even fancier monitor. I don't mind sucking. I mind sucking because the game gives me nothing. Yeah, but still, I mean, with my speedruns, it's also... Remember one of my first speedrun attempts where Chris was watching and I just had the perfect RNG? I had all the good items and Chris was just dying because it's like this beginner's luck and I had no way of executing on that. I had like Firewall at level 3, I had a Needler on level 1 and everything. And I just couldn't do anything with it because I sucked too much. Or I got too greedy, depending on how you want to look at it. Yeah. But as long as you have fun along the way, it's fine. Use an X and D level 8 against goats, hiddens, and doors right at the entrance and nowhere to go. Just fade. Sounds like fun. Recommend. But it's interesting that the monitor broke because I was thinking about something recently. I was thinking about how do I put this without sounding too needy? I was thinking about maybe whether I would stop telling people to not subscribe. Like if somebody wants to subscribe, basically tell them go ahead instead of telling them no, don't do it. Simply because I was thinking, on the one hand, yeah, I'm not that desperate. I'm not that desperate for money, and there's probably a lot of people that could use it more. But on the other hand, if somebody's willing to subscribe, I assume they have the money to spare.
Yes.
And streaming does create an additional cost.
Take care.
But then I thought, you know what? No, I'm also having some fun with streaming, so charging the people viewing for something that I also have some fun with, it doesn't feel right. And then my fucking monitor broke. And I'm sitting here like, well, if I wasn't streaming, I wouldn't really need a third monitor, but now that I'm streaming, it's kind of nice. So I don't know if I want to change my stance on that. I mean, if I were to do that, I would definitely have to post an announcement on Discord. Otherwise, people would think that I just got greedy or I'm applying some kind of double standards or something. I would definitely have to write a lengthy explanation. I don't know. But the main reason that got me thinking about that was my CPU. Remember the KZ streams when I almost rage quit because of the skipped frames and everything? Because my CPU usage, as it turned out. If I wasn't streaming, it wouldn't be an issue. So once again, simply for the reason that I am streaming, I will require some better hardware than what I already have. Is it fair to charge my viewers for that? Oh. Oh, wait, why doesn't it show this time? What are we at? Is that 14k? I think we were at 12 yesterday. Doesn't Twitch usually show like at the top of the chat? Oh my god, hype, somebody put monies in. Well, runes. This is the current progress. 14k, okay, thank you. I don't know why it isn't showing. I would like to know. I think it does at 25, 50, 75. Yeah, that could be it, actually. I mean, if someone else tunes in and drops another 1,000 or more, then and it pops up, then we'll know. Or next stream or whenever.
Hello.
Hello.
I cannot do that. Yeah. I cannot do that.
Hello.
Oh, I always feel bad when I'm talking about all the hardware nerd stuff and the cool things that I'm buying or considering to buy. I always worry that some people might just be like, oh yeah, look at this guy, this rich kid just bragging about all the stuff he can buy. No, you don't understand. I have a decently paid job, but I definitely wouldn't consider myself rich. I'm just very economical when it comes to money.
Ah, yes.
I just cut corners in many other regards, like food. I don't need premium food. I can just get some basic food. Hardly makes a difference for me, and that leaves way more money to spend on monitors and other things. But I still always have that thought in the back of my head, like, what if somebody tuned in right as I was nerding out about, oh, look at this great monitor I bought, and yeah, remember last year when I also bought this one and unboxed it? I probably shouldn't worry, because if somebody tunes in and that's their first impression and then they leave based on that, then I don't want them here anyways. Forget to mention the G502. Well, yeah, but that's, to be fair, that's a 35 euro purchase. That's like, most people, like most gamers, spend more on their mouse. Or most, let's say, dedicated gamers. There's probably some casuals that just use a normal office mouse, but at least the people that I talk to, most people either have the mouse that I have or something equivalent, or even more expensive, but purchased at full price. And you gotta consider, this one was like 60% off, I think. So, but obviously if I don't mention the price and if I just talk about how I have this great mouse, it might also seem like that. It is God tier. Is it? Thinking another one just to have it clean. What the? Just clean it. What the hell? I mean, if it's on sale, honestly, part of the reason why I bought a new one, even though I still have a working one, is I was thinking, okay, let's say my current mouse breaks. Then I have to resort to the shittiest garbage $10 mouse with awful tracking until the new one arrives. And I kinda want a new one anyway, so I thought, yeah, I guess I can justify buying a new one if it's on sale. So it's on sale, 35. Well, it's obviously your money, but I'm gonna say if I was in your situation, I wouldn't buy it for the dirt reason. Not really dirty, but the things where you keep your fingers. Oh, you mean, yeah, the rubber just wore off. I know exactly what you mean. I don't think it even really shows, but yeah, no, not the rubber. Like the coating. It kind of feels like wax, so I always just call it a wax coating, whatever it is. Yeah, that wears off, I know, but it's still functional. But if you feel like you use your PC enough and you have enough money to spare, then yeah, obviously, if you earned like, I don't know, let's say 10,000 euros a month, then it would probably not even be you wouldn't even hesitate to buy it. So if you feel like you'd get enough value out of it, if it's on sale, especially for 35, it's a good deal. I mean, you already know what you're getting. You know that it's a good deal, of course. So, yeah. Because now your current one is still functional, which means you'll at least have a backup. So let's say you buy the new one, you get really, really angry over your next Crucible run RNG, and you destroy your mouse. Okay, yeah, you just destroyed 35 euros worth of a product, which sucks, but you still have a usable mouse that is not gonna drive you insane. Or maybe a usable mouse at all. So I'm fortunate enough, I now have 3 spare mice. But spare, so to speak. I have like one really like genuinely awful one that was, no, I think $5. It cost $5. For $5, it's great. Quite honestly, great deal for that, but the tracking is not all that great. Like if you want to move something pixel perfect, like align something, or just it sucks, but it works. It works for browsing and everything. And then I have one wireless one that's actually good for my laptop, and then I have my old one. So even if my mouse or several mice broke, I would still have spares, which to me now is very important. When my keyboard broke, when I messed up and poured something over my keyboard, resulting in it no longer functioning, I didn't have any spare keyboards. Fortunately, I was able to ask a friend who had still one of those super basic cherry $10 low profile keyboards. So he was just like, yeah, yep, you can have this for now, because he didn't need it, and I had one. But if I didn't know anyone around, like, yeah, what am I gonna do? I can't operate my PC without a keyboard. That would just fucking suck. But this is one of the things you just gotta prioritize. Because I just want you to understand. For me, and you know which me I'm talking about, so shut up. Having a spare keyboard or a spare mouse is actually somewhat reasonable if it's not too expensive. Just because, especially now that I'm doing home office, I literally wouldn't even be able to work. Or I would have to use my laptop, which, yeah, not a good experience. But for somebody that, let's say you only use your PC once a week. I don't know, somebody like, I guess, Nago, who doesn't get much time to play games on the PC. If he were to buy a spare mouse, like, what would be the point, right? If your mouse, if you only get to play 2 hours a week and your mouse breaks, okay, well, you can't play for 2 hours, and then by the time the next weekend comes around, you already have your new one shipped to you. So it really doesn't matter. Huh? 1.6% leached and wait, how this is by this is twice. So this is like worth 2 of those. Wait, this is garbage. This is a scam. Wait, so okay, let me compare max roll. So this would be 1%, so I would be having 2% leech and 2 times 17%. Okay, no, it's just awful rolls. So if I had better rolls on this, it would actually be better than two separate smaller ones. Interesting. But yeah, 1.6 and 21 is... And this would be 23 and 1.8. Yeah, it's worse in every regard. Okay. 4 potion slots, 5 potion slots. Do I need 70 armor? Okay, my current belt has... Actually... There's no need to craft a belt or health gain from potions. Yeah, cares. I can keep this in case I ever want to make something out of it, but... I don't think so. Has Logitech made a new version, creating one soon? Of the G502? Yeah, sort of. There's hold on, let me actually look this up. You know what? Normally I wouldn't recommend anyone to do this, like while you're streaming, doing something like this, but I feel like it fits with this theme because this is a nerd stream, so people should be expecting nerd stuff. I think there's different versions of the 502. Yeah, there's the hero. There's the... Okay, so don't blindly trust me on this. I might be wrong, but I believe the original 502 was the Proteus Spectrum. And then they re-released it as the G502 Hero, which just has the hero sensor instead of the whatever the previous one was. The main thing, I believe the main difference about the hero sensor is you can go higher in terms of DPI, which is fucking useless, as we all know. DPI is just a marketing gimmick. I'm using 1600 DPI. I could go up to 16,000 or more. Why? It's fucking dumb. So, yeah, there's the hero. Has a newer sensor, but like, from what I could find, it doesn't really matter. The old sensor is really just good enough in the sense that it's not in a negative sense. It's not like, yeah, it's barely good enough. No, it's perfectly fine. Good enough. And then there's the Hero Wired Special Edition. It literally just has different colors, and at least from where I'm checking is more expensive. So don't go for that unless it's cheaper or you really like the colors and care about it. And then there's the wireless, the Hero Wireless, which, yeah, duh. I mean, if you should be able to figure out what that is. Hero gaming mouse, but I don't see that as a similar. Don't want a Lightspeed or any wireless. Yeah. I mean, if you're happy with this, especially if you prefer more weighty mice, then this is great. If you prefer lighter mice, there's like the G3 or something. Wireless, that's like super basic. It doesn't have a lot of additional buttons. I was considering to buy that, but it has too few buttons. Like for this one, the thumb button here. I need that. Like ever since I had my 402 and started using that thumb button, holy shit, that thing is just... That's a game changer. I put my push to talk in games, or if I'm using push to talk on Discord, on that. It is so convenient not having to use... I think I used V before in most games. Because your thumb is literally just resting on the button anyways. You're not doing anything. You might as well use it instead of having to use one of your fingers that you actually could use otherwise. It is so good. And I believe the wireless one that was reasonably priced that I was looking at when I wanted a new mouse was didn't have that. And the 502 502 wireless hero thingy. Eh. The thing is, I also don't really care too much about wires. The main thing why I considered that one wireless for a moment was because it was a lot lighter. So I thought, you know what, light mouse would be cool. But eventually I ended up buying this, the 502, which is actually, I think it weighs like a few grams more than the 402. But it's not too much of a difference, and I think eventually I get used to it. But I don't think I want to go much heavier. It is like, if I'm going across the mousepad and like lifting it, at least for now, I definitely notice the weight difference. So I would like a lighter mouse, but I prefer the additional buttons more than having less weight. But for you, that's a no-brainer. If the cable is not an issue, you want your mouse actually to be heavy, a 502 is probably like one of your best choices. I don't want to say the best, simply because I feel like that would be disingenuous. I have no clue about other mice. Other gaming mice, that is. I heard some good things about Corsair stuff. Can't speak about it from personal experience. Like, the only other peripherals that I have decent knowledge about are Rocket. And all I can say is what everybody already knows, if you've been here long enough. Rocket products fucking suck. Don't ever buy them. Like, if you could get one of the Rocket gaming mice for 10 euros, maybe. Like a Rocket gaming mouse is, let's say, 10 bucks less than a G402 or something from Logitech. Pay the premium. You'll thank me later. No, you won't thank me later because you don't know what kind of bullet you avoided, but god, fuck Rocket products. There's no way in hell I don't want to say ever, because, you know, never say never, but there's no way in hell I'm using another Rocket product in the next 5 to 10 years. Maybe in 10 years if I get one offered for free, just to try it, but screw those products. Miserable customer experience, or user experience, or whatever the right word is. And not just for me, I'm not the only one, it's not just my incompetence. But enough ranting about Rocket, let's talk about more pleasant stuff. Like Logitech. Did you know that if you use code SKYTIS at checkout when you buy from Logitech.com, you don't get anything? In fact, it won't even recognize that as a code, because it isn't. Cool, right? I just hope that the monitor arrives on Monday early afternoon, so I can just set it up before the stream. That would be nice. Because if it arrives in the evening, then I'll already have to be streaming, and then I won't have time to set it up.
I cannot do that.
Oh, I just realized I forgot to do one thing. Really irrelevant, but I wanted to do it. So as you probably saw, I posted this screenshot on Discord from my leaderboard placement in Diablo 3. Like, this is the final placement, basically. I decided, yeah, this is good enough. This is where I'll call it. And yeah, because as expected, I obviously eventually will lose interest in Diablo 3, which has happened now. So try to push a little further just to get a little higher on the leaderboards for bragging rights, and then that's it. I wanted to take another screenshot of my playtime though, but I forgot about that. I think I played like 80 or 90 hours this season, which surprised me. Like, I thought I would be playing like 40 maybe. What's the word? I was feeling engaged for quite a while longer, which is good. I mean, since it doesn't cost me anything, obviously great if I'm having fun. Hey, cat peasant. Final countdown. Sauna. No, the final countdown for cat peasant to move back into a reasonable time zone. It's only 100-ish more days, right? I have no idea when the time zones change, summer-winter time change happens. I usually know about it a day in advance, or the day after.
I cannot do that.
Where have you been? What have you been doing? Share your secrets. Tell us all your work secrets and trade secrets. End of March. No idea how many days that is, though. That's more like 3.5 months, so that's... Yeah, that's about 100 days, so I was pretty close, I would think.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
You mean you move into a more reasonable time zone? Nope. You know what? If you're gonna insist on that standpoint, let's ask somebody, some independent person. Let's ask Pom Pom how she feels about time zones. How about that? Been driving around with brother. Wait, who was?
Stand down or die.
Who did the driving, and who's got the license? That's the real question here. Also, you're late, cat peasant. You missed all the nerd talk. Now you're only gonna... Yeah. Everything you're gonna get now is the boring usual. Skydus is just playing a game, ranting about random things here and there, but basically doesn't really have anything to talk about. And... just rambles. No, you're about 30 minutes late. Otherwise you could have had the fun content. But nope, that's just for me. 35 degrees. What? Armor shred, enrage. I can't do enrage with the boss too soon. Hey Xavier, so usual stream then? Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Like the fun, special stuff, the current and interesting topic has already been talked about, so yeah. Now you're just gonna get the usual Skydus sits here and rambles stream, whether you like it or not. And there's nothing you can do about it. You're gonna have to sit here, watch, and listen. There's absolutely no alternative you have. Nothing you could do or click or anything. Or you could just, you know what? If you're bored, how about you go ahead and figure out why the sound is playing twice? Because I'm giving up. I'm officially giving up on that, on those sound alerts. Like, no, I'm gonna stop caring. If it plays twice, good for you, bad for you, whatever. Sucks to be you if you don't like it. Not my problem. It's not fixable. It's seemingly entirely random. And that's saying a lot. If I'm giving up on trying to fix my stream in some regard, just think about what that actually says. Yeah. Come on, chat. D1 speedrun donations. Donation. Okay, here's something that's probably very much something where I'm just being too sensitive about it, but it's not a donation. Can people please stop misusing the word donation? I hate it because it just implies so many wrong things, or just in general, use the right word for the stuff you're talking about. If you put a donation button below your stream, it's not a donation. No, doesn't matter what you put on there. It's a tip. You're providing some kind of service to people, aka your stream, and they're giving you money because they like it. It's not a donation. You're not donating full runes to anyone. You're paying them for a service that will be provided once they're done. Use bribe. Honestly, bribes would still be more accurate in many cases. Oh, my first golden arena key. Nice. Oh god, go away. Because bribe implies that there's something expected to happen in return, or that something's gonna be forced to. Some reaction is gonna be forced in return. Well, not really in return, but just something's gonna happen. Oh, well, yeah, in return. No, I was thinking of blackmail. Blackmail is not in return. No, bribe is in return. So you give somebody money and your name shows up on screen. That's like, it's more of a bribe than a donation, I would say. Unless you're actually a charity. I saw some interesting videos on that. Well, I find them interesting. I don't care what you think, actually. Your opinion's invalid. Like, if you're just a normal streamer, if you're a Skytus, then no, it's not a donation. If you're a charity, or if it's actually for a charity, then yeah, sure, it's a donation, but for like 99% of the streamers, it is not a freaking donation. And the implications are also very different if you think that it is a donation versus a tip. Because I think in most places donations are not taxed, whereas tips are. So it's even harming some streamers, not just the viewers who are sort of being misled. I'm pretty sure I'm one of 10 people on the world that actually care about that. Aside from the tax office, maybe. They probably care about it. Yes, use bribes instead. Extortion. Yeah, no, extortion or blackmail was the one I was thinking about. No. Bribe is more accurate than donation in many cases. Especially if you donate with a message like, hey, can you do this? Which oftentimes happens. Like if somebody was to, assuming I had a donate button, but if somebody was to donate 10 bucks to me and said, hey, you should go back to the upper one speedrunning, that's a bribe. Or more of a bribe than a donation. Although I don't know the exact, like, a legal definition. Like, when is something a bribe versus just an what's the word? Encouragement. What's the word? Not encouragement. Incentive. Like, where do you draw the line between bribe and incentive? I don't know what it legally is, and it may be different in Germany versus the US. Donations are taxed unless it is a registered charity. Okay, well then it's just about being a charity, and most streams are not a charity unless you're an AGDQ or something like that. So yeah, calling it a donation is just, it's what everybody does, so I can't fault anyone for it. You just look at all the other streams, everybody calls it a donation, so yeah, you also just don't think much about it. Doesn't mean that I don't hate it.
Yes.
And then there's a limit. A bribe is intended to get you out of legal trouble. Well, yeah, then I guess it would be more of an incentive than a bribe if you were to give something to a streamer, but still, more a bribe than a donation, I would argue. But I guess that's like subjective. People might feel differently about it. You're legally obligated to watch Skytus streams. Oh god, imagine. Imagine how miserable the world would be if people were actually legally obligated to watch my stream. Imagine if everyone was like me. Isn't that like the thought experiment that people always recommend to you? Like, would you want a world where everybody is like you? I don't know. I mean, on the one hand, yeah, I like being myself, but on the other hand, There are quite a lot of things I am not okay with that I complain about. And imagine a world where everybody was just constantly ranting about how all the big companies suck, how Epic Games Store is just miserable, and how this sucks and how that doesn't work, and modern games are just a scam, trying to get the most money out of you while providing a minimum viable product. That would just, everybody would just feel miserable, because that's what everybody would be talking about. No, I want other people in the world that can get me thinking about different topics.
I cannot do that.
The world with only myself, everybody would just be making shit jokes and complaining about how awful games and just the world in general has become. That would be awful. And yes, I have that much self-awareness that I realize all of that. Amazing, isn't it? Because I'm an amazing person that everybody should strive to be like me. Wait a moment. Damage, crit chance. Okay, yeah, that's basically almost free. I am the one and only. One and only what? But he was constant fighting. No. I actually don't know any. Well, I know one. What's the word for like kung fu, karate, and all of that? Like combat sports. Like what are they all? What's the meta category? What's the fucking word that I'm thinking? I can't think. Holy shit. Martial arts. Thank you. Yeah. There's exactly... Maybe I'm forgetting one, but I think there's exactly one martial arts move that I know. If it's even considered martial arts. I don't know what it's called in English. In German it's called judo, so it may also be judo. I can't move. Literally couldn't move anywhere. I was fully surrounded. We play Assassin more. No, thanks. I'm okay. Really? Really? Insert the, hey, can I copy your homework? Okay, but don't make it obvious meme here. Wow. They literally turned it 90 degrees and applied a slightly different coloring. Like the blood is still the same and everything. I mean, yeah, I guess they don't need to make a new one, but it's just what... Done judo for 2 years, judo in English. Okay, well then it is that. Yeah, so I used to do that when I was way younger, like 10 years old maybe, or even younger, I don't fucking know. I did it not for very long. I don't think I got a single belt, whatever they're called. I think in judo you get different color belts, like first you get the white one and then like green, blue, yellow, black. I don't know the order, just something like that. I don't think I even got the first one. Oh no, wait, isn't the first one isn't white the one that everybody gets, like by default? I'm pretty sure, because we had special judo clothing and that was like a rope that you closed with a belt, so there had to be some belt that we're using, and I'm pretty sure everything was plain white and our trainer was yellow or blue, maybe green, I don't know, just some other color. White, yellow, orange, etc. See-through color belt, sure. Yeah, but that's about the only martial arts I did for, I don't know, let's say a few months. I don't really remember. And the only thing I remember is that we did something called, I believe it was called Kartoffelsackwerf. And now this is where you come in. What does Kartoffelsackwerf translate to in English? Now I'm curious if you can actually figure this out. Or maybe you already know the move and can already guess, because it was a very basic move. So potato what? What? I mean, potato is a good start, I'll give you that. Kartoffelsackwerf. I'm yellow belt. Good. I have no idea what that is, but hey, good job. Apoeria. Bless you. Potato sack. Hey, you're on a good track to figuring this out. Yeah, and Wurf means throw. It's literally the potato sack throw. So if I remember correctly, you basically take somebody by the arm and just pull them over your shoulder. Something like that. Yeah, sure. Kartoffelsackwarf. Yeah, that.
I cannot do that.
It's Wurf, not war. I think double O, like Wurf, would be closer than Warf to the correct pronunciation. That was a bunch of ass. What specifically? Potato sack throw or just judo in general?
I cannot do that.
I mean, I just remember that it was not to my liking. So that's why I stopped very shortly after starting. I guess my mom just wanted... I think my mom talked me into doing that, and she was like, yeah, give it a try. And well, I was like, yeah, I guess I'll try it. Ended up not liking it, or for some other reason I stopped. I don't fucking know. They said, oh, you don't need any strength, and then I had to do that to 25-year-old. How old were you then? Fortunately, we only, for those 3 lessons that I took, we only had to do it to people of the same age. So yeah, like other 10-ish year olds. Don't need any strength, just give them a bribe. Sure. 12, yeah. I was also somewhere around that age, roughly. But as I said, the trainer only... Is the trainer even the right word? Coach, whatever the right word is, only just showed, like, here, this is how you do it. Oh wait, it just said, yeah, 75% race, even though it's not 75%. Good eye me, good job. Well observed, it is, in fact, 25, 50, and 75 then, I guess. But that's definitely something I don't eat in my life. Judo.
I cannot do that.
People have fun with it. Hey, good for you, but
I cannot do that.
Could think of so many other things that would be more fun. Probably playing Fortnite is one of them. Yep, I just said that. I never said that I wanted it installed on my PC, but I think playing Fortnite would probably be more fun than doing judo. To me, at least. What's the in that one? Good exercise and learn things, but not for me. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that applies to most sports. It's good exercise, and yeah, you'll always learn something, even if it's just not like physical things, but more like social things, like being a good sport, how to properly compete, and all of that. You know, being ambitious. So I guess most sports are useful, at least in one regard, but If I were to learn a martial art, it would probably not be judo. That one just seems like the equivalent of wrestling. Yeah, it's all for show and everybody has to be in on it. Whereas with my very basic understanding of martial arts, all the other ones are like, okay, yeah, if you're in a dangerous situation, you're actually able to defend yourself. Whereas with judo, it's gonna be like, oh god, no, please don't rob me. Oh god, okay, please give me your arm. Okay, now stand here. Okay, so I'm gonna pull now. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's not how that works. That does not work, and we all know that. But maybe my understanding of judo is just fundamentally wrong. Didn't say it would be fun, just that it would be more fun. Yep. I mean, the first few minutes of most games are... maybe fun is not the right word, but let's say at least interesting, because it's something new and you're trying to understand and get a grasp of the game and mechanics and all of that. There's some experimentation to do of that. Whereas with judo... eh. Playing Judo Night. Sounds like a shitty mobile game, honestly. But that could pass as a shitty mobile game. Where you just have some on-screen prompt and then your character does some shitty judo moves. Sounds exactly like that. Learning how to fall down has been a valuable thing. I'm sure there's some joke to be made about how you keep getting pushed down and how you're the victim of bullying, but I'll leave that to someone else. I can't think of anything smart on the spot. I know Kung Fu, but like... wait a moment. That's a reference, isn't it? Hey, nice one, Cat Pet. Please tell me that's a reference. Please. Because if that's a reference, I get it and it's funny and it's from a good movie. Please tell me that's a reference. I'm not crazy, right? It's been so long since I've seen that movie. Can you all just go away? No, you're crazy, even if it's a reference. Okay, I'll see if I can find the clip somewhere on YouTube. Have you seen the other guys? I don't remember the exact scene, but that was... that... They had their... oh, I think I watched it in German, so I don't know what the right terminology is, but they trolled this one guy and said that on some occasion they basically just shoot their guns in the office, like just into the ceiling. He fell for it, did it, so they confiscated his gun, and he got a wooden gun instead. And then his partner made fun of him because like, hey, what are you gonna do with that wooden gun? Didn't he say something like, I know Kung Fu, and then slap him with the gun? Or something along those lines? He definitely slapped him with the gun, I remember that much. I don't remember exactly what he said. I know that the one guy said that's a wooden pistol. I don't know what he responded. Oh, that's what you're referencing. Well, I guess I'm crazy. Imagine just now realizing that I'm crazy. How fucking stupid you would have to be. You know, just let me go. By the way, what's up with the Exalted drop rate? There's so many Exalted items dropping today. This is insane. Yay, garbage. How much is the stash page? I'm too lazy to sort this out. Wait, 80,000? Wait, that's 80, 800, 8,000, 80,000. I have 1 million, don't I? See if I care. Oops, 7. Is that the right color? That's not the right color. This one, isn't it? Yeah. never gonna use any of these items. And I know it. I also don't care. Since with 80 waves already completed, alright. I'm gonna quickly check if any of these are better. Oh, that's an upgrade. Oh, by the way, I did try out the Left 4 Dead skip that I mentioned last time. And there. So in campaign 2, aka Dark Carnival, you can skip the roller coaster ride, or at least parts of it. But, or at least you could, you used to be able to. And then they patched it. Just kidding, they didn't. They patched one way, but people found another way. And I verified, it still works on the current version. If I remember, I might showcase it next time I do a Left 4 Dead stream, just quickly load in and show that it is still working. That was pretty funny to see that that's actually still a thing. Where you basically you climb the side of the roller coaster and then you have to do a special jump onto somewhere and then avoid some other flip brushes. They did half of the job, but they didn't go all the way fixing it. This could be an upgrade, right?
Take care.
3, 4, 5, 5. Yeah, if I'm able to craft this up, it's gonna be an upgrade. So tier 5 physical and then health. Okay, I guess it's not an upgrade. Yeah, I have to be careful with the modifiers I choose, because we're coming up on the lag on fight. Whenever I get lucky enough. Oh, did I already talk about Christmas plans? I don't know if I streamed after that. Either way, I looked at the numbers. I'm gonna stay home. That's the short version.
I cannot do that.
You know, it sucks, but there are some things that are more important than spending Christmas with your family. So I'm just gonna stay home. Hey, I just realized something. That means I can just stream and just brag about it on stream all day. How I'm just being such a nice person. How I'm being such a good human staying at home. Helping to flatten the curve and all of that. And just tell everybody, hey, you should subscribe to me because I'm such a great person and more people should strive to be like me. Staying at home on Christmas. And also entertaining you. People should really spend more money on my stream. Not spending Christmas with your family? Yeah. Nope, I'm gonna spend Christmas all by myself, and I'm pretty much just gonna pretend that it's not Christmas. Mostly because I don't care. Like the only thing that really matters for me about Christmas is the family aspect. Everything else is just whatever. Don't really like Christmas decoration. I hate Christmas songs because it's always the same 10 fucking Christmas songs. If you're somebody that plays Last Christmas on Christmas, I actually hate you. If I have to listen to it. Speaking of which, I've also been very very lucky this year. I think also the last year. I think I heard the song one time last year. And this year I haven't heard it so far yet, so I can consider myself pretty lucky. I hate that song. That's like Last Christmas is a more overused, not really a meme, but like more overused cultural phenomenon than fucking the Root Sandstorm. And that's coming from somebody that basically lives on Twitch. Fuck that song. If I could go back in time and delete it to prevent it from ever existing, dear God, I would. I fucking would without hesitation.
Finally.
There's few songs that I legitimately despise and cannot listen to. There's about 5, I think. 2 or 3 I can name from the top of my head, but God, that is one of them. And then you can rate me doing the same thing. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I won't be streaming all day, probably. That requires some energy and some talking and all of that. I mean, I could stream all day. The thing is, I don't want to stream all day because I'll lose the energy in Steam at some point, and I'll just feel bad because it's just gonna be like a... If I'm gonna be one of those streams that I would instantly leave if I was watching, then I'm just gonna hate myself.
I cannot do that.
There are some things that just pretty much...
I cannot.
I'll give you 30 seconds. If you don't hook me in, I'm leaving. And those 30 seconds are just because I'm generous. Because I probably found your stream through a raid, so I'll give you a chance. But there are some things that I just cannot fucking stand on streams. And one of them is just being gameplay. The streamer not even acknowledging anyone. If I wanted just gameplay, why am I not going to YouTube, huh? This is Twitch. This is about interaction. Talk to the people. I should probably be chat. Then the Corvus. Rude. It's just plain rude.
I cannot do that.
Also play Diablo. Maybe. The thing is simply I don't want to burn myself out on stuff. So if I were to play too much Diablo 1, I would probably just never touch it again. Okay, modifiers. Shock chance, not rare, so it doesn't matter. Crit chance, I have 100% crit avoidance. 77% chance of glancing blow. Sucks. Rare, doesn't matter. Shred armor, he doesn't attack that much, so this should be a relatively easy boss fight. Move only. If you play Last Christmas remixes, I send you to a month on isolation in a bus to anything that even just... If I was the authority on that, I would delete all of the records and it would just be illegal to ever cover it or just parody it or anything. Just, you know, just let that song die in the word oblivion. Just screw that song. I've had too much of it, and I've had too much of it about 5 is a little too low. I've had too much of it 10 years ago already. Last Christmas, you know what? Even though that would be funny if you had a fitting music video or anything like that, I would not be able to appreciate it just because of how much I hate that song.
Is that the best you could do?
I cannot express how much I hate that song. Seriously, there's, as I said, about 5 songs where it's just, if those songs are on, I'm gonna leave, or I'm just gonna scream over them, or I'm gonna tell you to change station or song or whatever. The Last Christmas is one of them.
Your blood will be but a drop in my ocean.
Not liking Sandstorm. Follow what? Being stupid? Unfollow? I never said that I don't like Sandstorm. Sandstorm is a pretty good song. It's just very overused. I mean, not as much anymore, but it used to be like the main meme on Twitch whenever anybody asks about the song. I'm just comparing the overusedness of the Sandstorm meme to Last Christmas. But the Sandstorm meme at least is somewhat funny, and it's at least a good song. If the meme was whenever somebody asks what song is this and somebody said Last Christmas, I don't think I would be... there would be a lot of streams that I would no longer watch. You know, the Darude Sandstorm meme is... It's like one of the most overused memes, but it's tolerable because the song is actually good. I've heard it I don't know how many times by now, so it can get a little annoying, I guess, but it's still a good song overall. Whereas that other song can just die in hell.
You are starting to bore me.
Not this boss again. I told you I need the Grand Idol, not Idol, what's the Grand Blessing of Stun Chance. Get stronger. Listen to one of those songs or do a tier 5 map in KZ. Well, it depends on the tier 5 map. And what do you mean, do? There are some tier 5 maps that I can do. And if I have to actually finish it, yeah, it would depend. If I had to do the hardest tier 5 map, I would probably have to choose the song because that's at least over somewhat soon. And then I can just listen to some other song for the next 1 hour to get that stuck in my head. But if I were given the choice of some KZ tier 5 maps, at least that's an interesting and fun challenge. Whereas listening to Last Christmas, the only challenge is not losing your mind. Which is not a particularly fun or interesting challenge. It may be interesting to some others, to like observe you struggle as you try to not lose your mind, but as the one having the struggle? No. But you were hating on it. I thought you would understand how the stream works by now. But clearly, we both were wrong. Although again, he read it since 2000. I don't know when I first heard it. I think that actually started around when I was being on Twitch, so probably late 2012. No, it's a really good song. Like, it's one of those songs that deserve to be overused, at least. If it had to be one song that's overused, it being Sandstorm, it's probably one of the best choices. Go fuck yourself. Elemental resistance, yeah right. Freeze rate, I don't freeze. Cold damage, I don't have cold damage. Sick. We're keeping current. Great. We have to do it again. Fun. How unlucky can I be? This has been like the 5th time or so. But I'm gonna do this one now. Odds are not that low that I'll get a better version of this. So Reign of Dragons. Do this. Unlucky. One thing that I've been thinking about recently now, well, not the one thing, there have been several things, but one thing that I couldn't figure out so far is if I'm going to be streaming on Christmas, which there's about a 95% chance, because as I said, I will be staying at home, so there's not really much else I can do. What can I do to make it more interesting? No, I don't have a Santa hat or whatever, and I don't really care about such things, really. Sure, they can be a fun little gimmick for a short while, but
I cannot do that.
I would rather just have a normal stream on Christmas instead of everybody wearing a Santa hat.
cannot do that.
And I've been struggling to come up with something interesting slash special slash enticing to watch for Christmas. I'll probably just join the public Discord voice channel. Just be on there if somebody wants to join. So that those that are feeling lonely can at least have someone to hang out with. Undead enemies, damage and health. Nah. This.
Yeah.
But other than that, I couldn't really come up with anything interesting or fun I would be okay with doing for Christmas. Fortunately, there's also not any Christmas-themed games that be fitting to play. So probably just gonna be a normal stream and we'll just pretend there is no Christmas and you're not missing out on anything. Or we'll just play KZ Christmas 2008 and 2009, I believe they're called. I don't know, there's an old KZ map that has been ported. I think it was originally for CS 1.6. Has been ported over to CSGO. I don't really like it too much, personally, but... And I don't know if the ported, the current version has one. One of the versions had a hidden porn room. One of the things I never understood. Why do KZ maps need porn rooms?
I cannot do that.
If I wanted to watch porn, I know where to look, and that place certainly is not Counter-Strike. Maybe I'm just too old for this. Oh, the radio works pretty well on your remote as well. Not as good as it works on mine. I feel like, at least. That's my opinion. Screw you if you disagree. I need to re-unlock it, right? Hold on, where is it? India. SD mode. Crit avoidance health, damage health. Yeah, whatever. We're still early on, so they're not gonna last for too long. If I remember, I'll probably post
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
How dare you?
Stand down or die. I cannot.
You fight
do
like an
that.
old man. Yeah, how's that feel?
I cannot do that.
Never heard that one before. Well, I only added it. When did I add it? Cat peasant! Cat peasant! Come back! I think he would know.
That.
I think I added that like a few weeks ago. Like 3, maybe?
Cannot do that.
Yeah, 2 to 3 weeks ago. That sounds about right.
I cannot do that.
Wait a moment, you're not cat peasant. You're not supposed to know that kind of stuff. No, but 2 to 3 weeks sounds about right. That's probably why you never heard it. That's one of the things that I don't like about the Twitch channel point rewards. It's nice that if you click on the reward on the redeem icon thingy, it'll show you all the new ones first. I just wish there was a way for me as a streamer to have something like highlight this, and then when I enable this, it's gonna show like even if you don't click on it, it's gonna be like, oh look, this reward is currently active, or this is new. Because as of right now, You would basically have to check for every stream. Click on the Thule runes, see, is there anything new? No? Okay. Next stream, is there anything new? No? Okay. Would be a lot better if Twitch offered me as a streamer some way to show people, hey, there's something new. Other than having it in my stream title for a week or something like that. Which is a very band-aid / workaround solution. Should allow you to modify the list order. I guess more options are always good, but on the other hand, I also think having it always be the same, like for every stream, you always know it's always sorted by price. Also has some value to it, because that way I'll know, okay, I have 1000 points. I don't need to scroll any further because I can't buy that unless I just want to see what I could buy. So yeah, there you could make an argument for either way, I think. On the one hand, I definitely think more customizability is usually better, but on the other hand, you also have to think, how dumb and incompetent is the average user? It's like, that's something that I often tend to forget, and I really try to get into my head recently, like over the past few years. No, I'm not trying to low-key insult anyone. I'm just saying, what was the saying? Something like, think about how dumb the average person is, and now realize that about half of the population is even more stupid than that. And if you consider that, yeah, maybe modifying the order is gonna cause some problems. And also, something very important you have to consider. Yes, modifying the order of the channel point rewards, how that is paid, could be useful, but on the other hand, think about what Twitch could do with that time. Like, think of all the things they could do in the meantime that would actually benefit everyone. Or on the other hand, look at it from another way. If they do it, think about all of the ways they could fuck it up. You know, when Twitch does something, they oftentimes do it in a very shitty way. I don't want to just hate on Twitch, but they just mess up a few things. Just think back to a bunch of features they've implemented since you've been on Twitch, and how did they go? Let's see from the top of my head. So first they added the channel point reward, the channel points, which I guess, yeah, is a good idea to have it as a built-in thing. And then they just, without any announcement, lowered the channel point you gain as a sub, depending on your tier. Which, it makes sense if you have, I guess, for Twitch. The higher your tier, the more you gain, but no announcement, nothing. That's just fucking bullshit. They put out the new design, like the new layout of the website earlier this year, which is just pretty much worse in every regard. Why did they do that? There was something else that I was thinking about. What else did they add that also just sucked for everyone? God damn it, I already forgot. That was a prime example and I forgot. Holy shit, I'm getting old. What did they add? Give me a moment. Please stop attacking me. Are they on Twitch? They must be pretty dumb. Wait a second. Reply to 2 people on support. Oh yeah, the reply in chat feature, like, I guess, yeah, useful, but you can't just type add and then username. So why do we need that? Why waste your precious development time on that? That being able to buy affiliates that just, oh yeah, that's... It makes sense from a business perspective. If somebody is stupid enough to think that just being affiliate is gonna make it the difference and they're gonna earn some money from that, like, it's a smart business move. Of course, they're preying on stupid people, but honestly, I don't really fault them too much for it. You could argue, yeah, it devalues the affiliate status, but in my opinion, affiliate never was really valuable in the first place. Twitch tries to frame it in such a way. I used to think it as well, but affiliate is just like the, okay, you've completed the minimum effort. We are very certain that you're not a bot, so we're willing to enable financial transactions on your channel because it's most likely not fraud. We're willing to take that risk. That's basically what affiliate is, in my opinion. Is that the working replying in chat? I don't know. I think I saw it a few days ago, so let me see. I don't see it now in my browsers or anywhere. Are you saying that Twitch is the ultimate MLM? I have no idea who or what that is, so no, I'm not saying that. What fucking feature did they add that was just stupid and shit and awful? Rain, please. Driving me insane. I fucking forgot! Holy shit! I don't know. E lives matter. Nah, they don't. It's just one random person. MLM equals pyramid scheme. Which pyramid scheme? No. Pyramid scheme is a very specific term, I believe. Xavier probably knows because he lives in the US, but I think there's a lot of things that you colloquially call pyramid scheme, but that are not actually a pyramid scheme. I think pyramid schemes have to entice being a scam that like only the people at the top benefit and it's designed to rip off the lower people. Something like that. I don't know. Look at your Discord. Yeah, sure, I'm gonna scroll through all of my Discord history. No, the thing is, some of those features were added way back in time. And just, I don't remember that. Oh, but actually, one thing that just came to my mind now. Twitch soundtrack. Twitch soundtrack made it, okay, maybe not worse for everyone, but Twitch soundtrack made it worse. Actually, no, it made it worse for everyone. Almost everyone, but if you're doing just a small amount of generation, Twitch soundtrack made it worse for everyone. Because it was implemented in a sloppy, hasty way. And also pissed off the RIAA, so now they're looking to bleed out Twitch financially, and they're gonna do that by targeting streamers. So streamers are caught in the crossfire because Twitch is incompetent, not just incompetent, but also negligent and just willingly. Well, the word. It's a little bit of an overstatement, but they're sort of spitting in the RIAA's face. Disrespectful. They're just being disrespectful. Let's call it that. So yeah, they were like, oh look, Twitch soundtrack, music for you, that's safe from the MCAs and everything. And aside from the fact that it initially didn't even work properly, from what I read, now everybody, now the RIAA is even more focused on Twitch and probably gonna try to make them pay financially and also metaphorically speaking. So yeah, good job on that, Twitch. Very, very well done. The ability to watch streamers. Shut up, Cat Peasant. No, just no. Hey, Nago, a German talking about pyramid schemes. I never, no, Cat Peasant started that talk. I was just asking about it. Triangular investment strategies. Multi-level marketing. Oh yeah, right. Multi-level marketing schemes. That's like the fancy term for pyramid schemes, right? So strategy that some direct sales companies use to encourage existing distributors to recruit new distributors. In MLM schemes, there can be hundreds or thousands of members worldwide, but relatively few earn meaningful incomes from their efforts, indicating a possible pyramid scheme. Oh, I thought I heard somewhere that it like has to be like designed in a way that only the people at the top earn money and then everybody else has to bleed money. But I don't fucking know. It doesn't matter to me, to be honest. How's it going, Naga? I thought that was a potato first, but What's the sonometer? No, it's a potato with a needle pin, like, put in. Potato, yeah, it's a potato sack throw. Never heard of that? I thought you did judo. None of these are good. Okay, wait, so this is 3% health and 23 health. Ever so slightly worse than this. How much is 5% health compared to this? Okay, that's ever so slightly more. I'll keep this, but I don't think I'll be using it. This here. This here. Oops. No, no, no. I'm not done. I'm not playing yet, Mom.
Take care.
3 times Everdell board game done. Never heard of it, but hey. If you want to promote Dell, please don't do that in my stream. If I want to promote somebody, I will do so, but only if I believe in their products or I'm paid sufficiently or both. Stop promoting Dell. Watch and phone, small screen, brown lump is either poo or tato. I mean, sauna, poo. Is there really much of a difference between those two? Why are I always here talking about? Maybe it's a poo tato. Yeah, that's one way to look at that. It's a potato with a possibility of poo. Raining with a chance of meatballs. Something like that, right? I think there's too much poop in your life currently. Well, maybe he should get it all out. Guys, do you believe in potato? No, but I believe that I've had a song stuck in my head for the past 1 to 2 weeks that is called Believe.
Stand down or die.
And I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. No, before that, like a month ago to 2 or 3 months ago, I don't remember exactly. Time is complicated, okay? I had the, what was it called? The Backstreet Boys song stuck in my head. And now I just have Believe stuck in my head for some reason. I have no idea how it happened, but yep. It is a thing now. In my head. I can't stop it. I'm not strong enough, no. I really don't think I am. When you have kids, poo is life. I think you might need to evaluate your outlook on life. I believe in love. Good.
I cannot do that.
Oh yes, Manowar Believe is a banger of a song. Yeah, I agree. I never heard of it. I have no idea what that song is about or what it sounds like, but I agree.
Stand down or die.
By the way, am I the only one that has been misled by the artist's name? I don't know when I finally figured it out, but for the longest time I thought that... I don't know what the pronunciation is. I thought it was French, so I thought that Cher was just... was male. Because she sings in such a low voice, but hey. Turns out, nope, she's actually female. Oh, the more you know. There lives no damage recently, sure. But yeah, I mainly blame the name for that, because Cher, if you don't know, is French for deer, as in D-E-A-R, but the male version. And if you add an E to it, so Cher, which is pronounced the same, but it has an E at the end of it, that's the female version. So why the hell is the artist called Cher, as in the male version, but she's female. I'm confused. So, yeah. For the longest time, I thought that Believe was actually sung by a male. But you know what? I don't even feel bad about it. That's what you get for picking such a stupid name. How dare you? Oh, no. Not my problem. Cheer, one bit. Do it. I dare you.
I cannot do that.
I dare you to do it.
I cannot do that.
Sonny and the Chair Bros.
Stand down or die.
Chair, what? What? Short for Cherilyn. Well, why do you pick such a stupid abbreviation? That just means something different in another language. And also, why do you pick such a shitty name? Where, like, hello, creativity? Really? Short version of your name, that's the best you can come up with? Disappointing. Disappointing.
Stand down or
I have no idea what you're trying to say or even imply. But hey, good job.
I cannot.
You're probably trying to imply that you're bad at reading.
I cannot do that.
One of the benefits of my name, I can always instantly tell if somebody sucks at reading when they see my
I
name.
cannot do that. I cannot do that.
That I saw a cloud that looked like boobs. Prove it. Take a photo. Prove it to us. I don't believe it. I'm gonna say it. You're a liar. Deal with it.
Stand down or die.
Oh, and on the topic of ranting about Twitch, why have they still not added further functionality to channel point rewards? Hey, 95. It's good that they added the cooldown and other limits, but I had a suggestion. I made a suggestion post with like 5 further things that they could have done relatively easily. Or I think at least Twitch should be able to do that easily, and if not, they just already messed up in the first place. Thank you. That is coming from a SE. Swede? I'm not Swedish. What? Gamma is a phrase. Okay. For you? I really wish that Twitch would add the ability to automatically enable or disable certain channel point rewards based on the category that you're streaming in. That would be so nice. That way I could always have the Diablo Crucible reward active when I'm playing something by myself, but when I'm playing something in multiplayer with other people, then it should not be active. So having it just be tied to the category would fix it in about 95% of the cases. I have no idea what skill I'm using. Burning this, I guess. Health Void Rest. Sounds good. Hey, skill unlocked that I'm never gonna use.
Well, we're almost there. 5 more levels. Then we got it. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. We had 8 echoes. Light armor, movement speed damage. I should actually hold on. I need to take a note right now, otherwise I will forget. I'll probably post in the announcements channel
I cannot do that.
after the stream, or maybe tomorrow, whenever I remember. Look at my notes. Some, well, if you want to call it a poll, whether people are interested in unboxings.
I cannot do that.
Since I'm doing home office, what I could do, if people were interested in watching me unbox the monitor for whatever reason, I could start the Monday stream probably a little earlier, do the unboxing, and then start Monkey Island at exactly 7 PM my time. Or I just do it all off stream because nobody cares about hardware, because none of you are nerds. That's also possible.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll post whenever I find the time to.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot
Hey.
do that.
Stop hiding behind those ice blocks.
I cannot do that.
I just really hope that I'll get a better roll of the physical damage blessing my first try. Because I kind of really want to jump into the arena now. I'm done farming the monoliths. I think if I understood, I was interested in. Yeah, well, there's no what is there to understand? I had to buy a new monitor because mine broke, and it's a nice monitor. It's probably better than what most of you are using right now. I had to guess, because you all buy shitty monitors.
I cannot do that.
Shitty as in they're sufficient for you, but by my standards they would be shitty. But considering how much I use my PC, I tend to invest a little more into my peripherals and everything else. And interested in, how am I supposed to know if you care about monitors? I know what you were talking about, aka understand. Oh yeah, that's what you get. If you come here late, you get to be confused. That's how the stream works. Basically, like, it's like an elite circle, and if you're not here from the beginning, you just get bullied and excluded. And if you're here early, then you just get to feel superior and elitist about everything.
I cannot do that.
That's pretty much all the stream is for here. I thought that was public knowledge.
Down or die.
Wink. I'm confused 95% of my life. Well, that's mostly because you made some wrong choices. I don't know what those choices were, and I don't know how to fix them. Considering that I'm not confused 95% of my life, I think you made some wrong choice. Sorry, somebody had to tell you, okay? Wait. Whoa, wait a moment. Oh, that's crazy. So in the current patch 0.8 that came out, like, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago, they nerfed glancing blow for so in 0.7.9 they made glancing blow a lot harder to acquire, and it was no longer possible to cap out glancing blow, so get 100%, and it used to be 50% damage reduction. And now they further nerfed it, and now it's 35%. But I didn't know that this also applies to monsters. So glancing blow now is only a 35% damage reduction for monsters. That is really good to know. That makes this a much more compelling option than crit avoidance and increased health. No choices made, just a bit slow, dumb, and okay with that. I mean, isn't being dumb also implicitly a choice? I guess it's the result of a choice. It's a choice of being lazy at some point about something, so... No, you don't choose to be dumb, you just choose to do something which results in you being dumb. Okay, fine. I'll give you that. So what's the plan for the rest of the night? Only 8:19. Night is still... Oh, no, I don't want to open the chat. I don't know how much longer I'll be streaming.
I cannot do
But
that.
probably not too long. My voice is starting to give up. Surprisingly. Usually that's
Cannot do that.
never an issue, but... Well, not never, but hardly ever an issue, let's put it like that.
Do that.
Today my voice is not happy. And also, if Pom Pom wants to stream, I'll probably just stop my stream. So yeah, if she comes in here and she's like, hey, I want to start streaming in 10 minutes, is that okay with you? Then I'll just stop my stream. If only people were at computers and could handle all the things they set their minds to, no matter conditions or impairments. Yeah, why can't everybody be more like me? Completely without flaws or shortcomings. Just, you know, an all-around perfect person. I'm a bit tired, though the clock is only 21. Ah! 20 here. Continue Shovel Knight. Wait, how many games are you currently playing? Or have you started and are planning to continue? So I know that you're playing Bloodborne. I guess Left 4 Dead, sort of, if we can count that in. It doesn't really have an end goal, but you're sort of playing that. Hollow Knight, Shovel Knight, and I think there was one more you mentioned. Opom has been streaming a lot lately. Yeah, she said that now that she finally has some time off of university, she wants to try to finish Dark Souls 2 before the end of the year. As she promised that she would. And then she later changed it to, I'm gonna finish the base game before the end of the year. And I think currently her goal is to stream every day until Christmas. We'll see what comes of that.
I cannot do that.
But I mean, it only makes sense in every regard. Like, most people have some time off now, so if you're streaming now, you have a higher chance of gaining more viewers. So from a stream growth perspective, it makes sense. She has more time, so it makes sense from her perspective.
I cannot do that.
She promised that she would finish the game before the end of the year. So since we're nearing the end of the year, that also makes sense from that perspective. Just the most logical thing to do right now, basically. Wish I could be more like you in many things. You really are a great person. I'm great at deceiving. That's the thing. You know, something that a lot of people tend to forget. When you watch someone online, some people may just share pretty much their entire life, but other people, they may only share very specifically picked aspects. There are some things that I'm not sharing with anyone on the stream. In part because I would feel bad or awkward about them, because they would seem me like a worse person, so nobody or less people would be interested in watching. We all have our flaws. I just happen to have flaws that are not as relevant to the purpose of entertaining you. And I just happen to have skills and interests that just happen to benefit making a somewhat interesting stream for people to watch. At least for some.
Cannot do that.
And there's a lot of people that are clearly better at entertaining, but someday, maybe, who knows. Stop. Oh wait, we're not. Oh, not done. I was just about to say, where's the portal button? Not shovel, hollow. Wow. Wow. Misleading. Need to get Shovel Knight though. Yeah, I heard it's a really good game. But I haven't played it myself yet. Oh, FPS. Yeah, let's go. Maybe I will get around to it at some point, but for now, there's too many other things to play. Once again.
I cannot do that.
31 games on my current want to play list. Well, that sounds like you've got quite a lot to do, considering your average playtime per week.
I cannot do that.
Fuck it, I'll try to tank this. I'm curious. Wait, that did like 100 damage. Are you kidding me?
I cannot do that.
What? Please do it again. What was that? Let me... No, me is not even streaming. How would I do that? Shut up. Okay, let's go. Got all of my blocks and everything. That's literally like 100 damage. Plus minus a little, but... That's actually a fuck... I just want to point out, this is a level 100 timeline. This is... Aside from doing arena, this is the highest level content you can do. And I'm just face tanking this. With modifier stats. 15% increased damage, well 80%, 50% fizz. Well, I guess not fizz, so... Still. It's already increased by 15% and it's still a fucking joke.
Like, yeah.
Hello? Hello? There we go. Occultist. Oh. It's occultist, not occultist. I don't know how to English, okay?
What brings you here?
That's what you get for missing my stream yesterday. Has anything hurt you in this game? Mostly words. No, the thing is... Well, first of all, in this game's defense, it's still very much in beta, so... Things are not maybe as bad as they will be eventually. But the main problem is this. I'm level 95. So I'm close to the level cap. I've grinded quite a lot. I'm fully geared. Like, my gear is getting closer to perfection. I have really, really strong gear, and the game is not designed to be like super hard once you get the... How do I put this? The game is not designed around you having the perfect gear. So it's designed to be doable even with more mediocre gear. And since I have amazing gear by now, this is sort of a cakewalk. The thing that's going to be interesting is final boss of the timeline and arena, mainly. These normal things are just, yeah, just in my way, basically. But this is, yeah, this is... I've played this character for over 80 hours, so... Yeah, I'm overgeared, basically. So I'm face rolling. That's why I'm not taking any damage. Unlike Sky does. Wait, what? Oh, that's what you get for missing the stream, yeah. Well, I wasn't welcome there, so I left. Maybe I realized that you didn't want me there, clearly. So I went to bed. That's what you get. Rip Cat Peasant, yeah. That's what you get.
I cannot do that.
No, you could have been around, but you decided not to be around.
I cannot.
Or you could just blame me for not properly announcing his streams
Stand down.
in a more reliable and upfront way. Yeah, you know what? You should just do that. Blame me for being unprofessional. Me, get it? They're the same. So I could imply that I just said that I'm unprofessional. Haha, funny. See? If you try to make the joke now, you're just gonna look like an idiot. I just scammed you. It's already sleeping when you started this to stream. Then words. No, it's only words that hurt me. Dana Bros keeping it real. Wow. Imagine playing... What is it called? Playing favorites? Is that the phrase in English? Favoritism, whatever. Simply because of people's spare time activity choice. Come on. That's just low. You can do better than that. Scammed is fooled again. Hey, the only thing that's getting scammed is you. Because you freaking idiot are wasting all of your time here. Getting nothing. And in fact, some of you are even getting double scammed because you're wasting your subscriptions on me or my stream. So yeah, I guess you are getting scammed. No, you're right. I'm enjoying this, so I win. No. Okay, so I don't know how old you are. You're probably relatively young. You're kind of new to this world, so you don't understand how this works. It's fine. You're probably like 14, right? So there's no winning in this world. There's only losing. And either you lose a little bit, or you lose maybe a little more, or you lose completely. There's no winning. It's just about how little can you lose. That's what this is about. So yeah, I hate to be the downer, but you know, I know you're going through a lot with puberty and everything at your age, but trust me, it's not about winning. You'll learn that soon enough. When you when you get older, you'll understand.
I cannot do
When you
that.
get to my age, you will understand. God damn it!
I cannot. do
I almost made it without laughing. Fuck. So close.
that. I cannot do that.
Sometimes I wish I could just entirely disable all of my emotions, even if just temporarily. Just for added comedic effect. What do you think you're doing? Oh, Please keep talking and sharing your wisdom. Okay. Okay, here's one more bit of wisdom that I'll give you. I don't really have any wisdom. You're welcome. But it's fine. You know, it's a common mistake to confuse passion and talkativeness with wisdom. Just because I talk a lot and I'm passionate about things does not necessarily mean that I know a lot. Well, I try to make it clear when I don't know too much about the topic. As a general rule of life, you should probably always question if somebody claims to know a lot. Where do they know? How do they know? Where do they get the knowledge from? Can you trust them? Don't only trust one source. Generally speaking, at least. Skyt is dumb. No, I'm not dumb. I'm more like a sub. That was so bad. As you know how little you know, you can begin the real learning. Once you know how little you know, you can just realize there's no point, so just go to bed and sleep. Because sleep is good. Hate it when I accidentally send a message that's not complete and has typos. Well, why do you do that then? Maybe stop doing it. You know, think about the bright side of it. If you, if you hate sending a message with typos, doesn't that say something pretty good about your life?
I cannot do that.
Like, if you even have the mental capacity to hate something this irrelevant and inconsequential, doesn't this implicitly tell you how great your life is?
I cannot do that.
I should become a motivational coach or whatever they're called. And then just charge people for watching my stream. I'm a genius. Holy shit, I'll just be a motivational coach and I'll do sub-only streams, so you have to be at least a tier 2 sub to watch my streams. And I'll help you get out of bed every morning.
I cannot do that.
I'll give you a purpose in life. The purpose being spending money so I can have food. Man, I'm such a genius.
I cannot do that.
I do not remember what it's like to play this game. Actually feeling threatened by stuff. Other than bosses. It is a little weird. But as I said, I kind of want to go for level 100, so... I'm a grindy person, so it's gonna happen. At some point. Probably, likely, possibly, maybe.
I cannot do that.
Subtis. Yeah, Subtis as in Subtis Stream Plus. Tier 2 or Tier 3. Give me monies.
I cannot do that.
Was strangely arousing. Wait, you're having a sauna right now? You're telling us that your sauna is arousing? I think you'll have to talk to me. He seems to be the sauna expert. I can't help you with that. I mean, if you... Okay, so there's nothing wrong with that. Just to preface this, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're aroused by wood, that should tell you something. No shame or anything in that. I'm just saying, if you're aroused by wood, like in a sauna, it should tell you something. I'll let you figure out the rest. Side effects may include dry mouth, nausea, vomiting, water retention, painful reticulage, hallucination, dementia, psychosis, coma, death, and halitosis. Skytus is not for everyone. Consult your doctor before subscribing. Well, somebody doesn't want to be named. So now the question is... Actually, serious question. This is probably not relevant to any of you, but just a random thought. When somebody anonymously subscribes, should I even think, hey, thank you, anonymous person, or should I just be like, oh, hey, somebody subscribed, yay? I mean, on the one hand, if you do an anonymous subscription, you probably don't want the acknowledgement, but on the other hand, since I don't know who you are, it is already somewhat unattributed. So, what's the right way to go about it? Might have to go soon and take a cold shower. What happened to your finger? So, basically, I put a bandage on this so people ask me, so I can be like, this happened. Amazing. Just amazing. What are those boots? I think I've ever seen them before. No. Apparently I haven't. Fiery Dragon Shoes. Movement speed, ignite effect, fire resistance, cast fire trail when you are crit. Huh. Hey! Better. Go here. I don't have these. Oh, rip. Oh, we have this. Alright.
Yes.
I'll get up to the finger in a moment. Well, that is a surprise, but a welcome one. Hey. Just like every Skytus stream ever. Actually laughed out loud, damn you. No, damn you. Slow clap, you're welcome. Anyhow, thanks for the stream, might be back later if you're on. No, I won't be. Maybe another hour or so, but I doubt it. It's probably gonna end very soon. My voice is giving out. And as I said, I'm not indirectly calling out anyone, but I personally, if I'm doing a stream and I'm not talking or just giving something that makes the stream unique, then I just feel like, why am I even streaming? I should not be doing this right now. So if I don't feel like I'm capable of talking anymore, that just means I'm gonna stop the stream. I have this in here. Fuck off. We can try to craft these a little better. Thanks for the emote and anonymous Jira. Yay! Hate those pre-made thanks messages. There, I said it. Thanks for the emote, me. Okay, so I think, yeah, I actually don't know what happened. Are you kidding me? So it just, I don't know what happened. It just kind of swell? Oh, the passage of swell. Yes, swell? I don't know. Whatever. Oh, hey, more Thule runes. That's that random number. Oh, my Thule. Oof. Just oof. So I don't know exactly what... No, not exactly. I have no idea whatsoever what happened with my finger. But I was at the doctor's and yeah, he basically said, yep,
I cannot
just keep it covered so you don't get an infection and then keep changing the bandage daily and yeah, hopefully you won't die.
I cannot do that.
Well, he didn't say it directly like that, but I asked him what could happen if I forgot, and he said like at worst case you can die. The doctor is very straightforward, which some people might probably find very unsettling, but I actually appreciate it. Although you do need to realize that, yeah, okay, the likelihood of dying from something like this is very low.
I cannot do that.
But yeah, so short version is just... it's protection so I don't get an infection. I'll probably keep it on for like one more day. I'll put on a new bandage tomorrow. And then Monday. Stop with that. It sucks because I basically can't use my middle finger. Well, I can use it. I can still do this. Without having to feel bad about anything. But I can't use it for operating the keyboard. Or at least I can't use it. I could use it, but it would be even worse than not using it. Which is the main reason why I'm playing Last Epoch right now. There's not really many things I can play without using my middle finger. Like Left 4 Dead, KZ, or anything in CSGO are out of the question. Basically anything that has WASD movement is out of the question. So yeah, that kind of only left
I cannot do that.
RPGs like Titan Quest, Last Epoch.
I cannot do that.
Since Cat Peasant was busy, I just went with some Last Epoch.
Or die.
So yeah, here we are. Monkey Island is also an option, but since we decided to do Monkey Island Mondays, obviously only happening on Mondays. Because I know that my stream is very random in many regards in terms of the games played and all of that, so I try very hard to strictly stick to the Monday thing at least. So people at least know, okay, every Monday I'll get this game and there won't have been anything that I missed if I always watch every Monday. So even if you can't make it to the random streams like today,
I cannot.
you'll at least be able to watch me play a game from start to finish. I guess Monkey Island 3 was from start, but you won't miss anything from now on. You should save some for mom reasons. Hey, don't tell him what to do. If Cat Peasant feels like that's a good use of the runes, then he should do that. It is all very much subjective. Cat his fingers swole.
I cannot do that.
Yeah, basically that. Yeah, I leave now. Well, that was already 3 minutes ago, so... if you're watching the VOD, hey! I'm saying goodbye now, and I'm totally not late. And if you're still here, screw you, I hate you, because you lied to me. You said you leave now, and you're still here listening to this. And I bet you're gonna be too cowardice to speak up and tell us that you're actually still around. And you're just gonna hide. I know that you're still around. So how dare you? How dare you say that you leave now and stick around for at least 3 to 4 more minutes? He came back? I don't know. But if he is around, then he'll have heard it. And then he'll know that he's a bad person for doing this. Could upgrade to more leech. The thing is, I could upgrade my gear, but at this point, why? Like, why even upgrade my gear? It is already capable of carrying me through everything. So why would I upgrade my gear? Oh, this level. Wow, I haven't played this area in a while. Rate your fear. I don't have many fears. Actually,
I cannot do that.
Where do you draw the line between fear and paranoia? There are a few things I fear, actually. Mainly totalitarian surveillance and consequences from inappropriate diplomatic actions. Fear of bad customer support. No, I'm talking about actual stuff. You know, like some German politicians being like, hey, did you know that there's child pornography and the pedophilia and all of that going on? Yeah, and those people are communicating through encrypted communication channels like WhatsApp, Signal, or whatever else that is end-to-end encrypted. You wouldn't be supporting child abuse and pedophilia and all of that. Yeah, that's what I thought. So you should be 100% behind us being allowed to bypass end-to-end encryption. That's actually something I'm a little fearful about. The world ending more like China.
I cannot do that.
The kind of surveillance that people are asking for now, or politicians are asking for the secret services, just to prevent things. I mean, nobody, but maybe not nobody, but most sane people would be against child pornography and all of that. But compromising on everybody's encryption, that's not the fucking way to go. No. That way, if you're doing that, you're already kind of giving into terrorism in a way. And anybody that's a little informed knows what China's looking like right now with their social credit system. That is something I'm a little fearful about, quite honestly. The world becoming more of a place like China. Everything is supervised, surveillance everywhere, and everything you do has direct consequences, and you're implicitly censored. Yeah. Hope you all feel awful now because you realize that what I'm talking about is very real and not just making this up. You just had it in the back of your head and try to suppress those sad thoughts. Yep. Have your reality check, you're welcome. That's what you get for tuning in. Should have thought about that before you tuned in. Now you're just gonna be sad for the rest of the evening because you realize that that's probably gonna become a reality at some point and there's nothing you can do about it. Well, not nothing, but there's nothing you will be able to do about it. Unless you're interested in suddenly getting involved in politics, and good luck with that. And I mean actively involved in politics, like actually becoming a politician, pushing for new legislation that is less privacy invasive and all of that. Oh yeah, hey, on that topic, you know, another thing. The Article 17 of the copyright reform, or whatever it's called in English. Where a lot of publishing companies are lobbying to basically remove all of the users' rights. Which is, if they get their version of the law implemented, that's basically gonna make live streaming impossible. Because as soon as there's any copyrighted material, like if somebody drives by outside, I might get in trouble if they get their will. Hey, I don't have a permission to play whatever song the person in the car outside is playing. If that happens, streaming is not gonna be a thing anymore. At least Twitch in the way it is nowadays. Or increase health, why not? Yep. That's what I mean. There are a lot of unpleasant things that I usually don't really talk about much because I try to keep my stream focused on particular topics, and most importantly, people are probably watching the stream to be entertained in some way, and most people are not too entertained by just feeling miserable.
I cannot do that.
But you mentioned the topic of fear, so I thought, you know what? Might as well mention it real quick that I am very well aware of all of those problems. I do not like them. But there's not too much one single person can do. Okay, let's go back to science because I have nothing to talk about.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Coming up on January, by the way. You don't know what that means, right? Diablo 1 dungeon and Diablo 3. Hype. Unless I forget it or I just have some other really important things to do, I'll be streaming at least one playthrough of that, by the way. Oops. Just in case any of you either have quit Diablo 3 or never bought in the first place or anything. Just so all of you can see how much of a joke it is. Those both really suck. But not as much as the Diablo 1 dungeon and Diablo 3.
Stand down or die.
Fire. It's gonna be really interesting. 11th hour game, so the devs of this game posted another blog post or whatever it's called about the upcoming multiplayer plans, and currently it looks like it's gonna launch mid next year. One thing that I'm gonna be really curious about, right now the game is entirely balanced around single player, of course, because there's no multiplayer, no trading, no economy or anything. With trading being in the game, is the game just gonna become like this super easy joke if you actually engage in trading? Because you can just pretty much buy perfect gear right away, since there's gonna be somebody that has gear that is almost perfect for you, but you just they just sell it to you for cheap because they have no use for it. I'd rather go with just damage. Crit is nice, but if the enemies have crit avoidance, it kind of sucks. So melee damage, melee fist. Sure. Go fuck yourself. Oh. 70% damage. Crit chance doesn't matter. Percent fist. Health. Gonna be a bit annoying, but should still be okay. That's trippy. I legit don't remember this fight at all. I don't know what this boss does. So I'm just gonna try to keep all of my buffs up and see what could possibly go wrong. Oh, it's Bale! Sorry, Ball. It's Ball. Would you like to go to the ball with me? Oh, actually, no, that doesn't work quite as well in English. Never mind. Is that guy just called Set? Nice name, buddy. Hope you're proud of that one. Imagine being called Set.
I cannot do that.
Crit avoidance. Give me that. I'll take that.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Hello? You're on a 25% already, aren't you? Okay, now what? I destroyed things. That was an easy quest echo. Seriously, like, you need to go to 25? To even have a chance? Are you insane? Advancing blow.
I cannot do that.
You know what? I
Cannot
should
do that.
How much experience there? Was that like 15 to 20%? Honestly, that's still pretty fast leveling. I don't remember the exact experience scaling, but
I cannot
it's not some crazy exponential insane increase like in Diablo 2. I think like the difference between level 95 and 100 is that 100 needs twice as much experience. Go from 99 to 100, then 94 to 95. So should be relatively easy.
I can
So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish this timeline. Get the boss down. Hopefully get a better roll of the physical damage blessing. We'll see about that. But even if not, I think I'll just accept my character as it is. But he's not. And just move on to the arena. So in case you haven't been around, my plan basically was get some better blessings and then just go to the arena and level to level 100. But to be perfectly honest, I'm getting a little bit bored of the model of grinding now.
I cannot do that.
Want to do some arena. Especially because the lag on timeline, the one with the very fun boss, is the one where I can get the biggest power increase. I just don't want to do that timeline. I hate that boss so
I
much.
cannot do that.
Slow, sure, let's go slow.
I cannot do that.
And as I said already at some point before, when I'm done with Love's Epoch, which is probably gonna be when I hit level 100, or when I'm done with Titan Quest, one of the two, I will probably be starting another ARPG. Either Victor Bran, whatever the pronunciation of that name is by the way, or Van Helsing. But that's both probably still gonna take quite some time. And getting to 100 is still 20 hours or so if I had to guess. I might do it off. I might do some of the grinding upstream though, to be fair. And Titan Quest, well, who the hell knows how long it's gonna take.
I cannot do that.
And once I finally get rid of this bench on my finger, there's also some other games I can play again. Crit avoidance health. Let's go with just health. Crit avoidance is too ruining.
Stand down or die. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Fighters!
Stand down or die.
It still feels weird to look to the left. I want to check up on anything, like chat or stream stats or anything similar. It's supposed to be on the right.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. Yeah. I cannot do that.
Come on, just give me the quest echo right away. I've spent enough time at this, haven't I? Pretty sure that's new. I think I've seen this before. Physical damage, increased damage. Well, that's an easy choice. Yeah, imagine thinking that you could crit damage me. Idiots. Oh, by the way, me, are you still here? Do you have a moment to help me? I actually would like your assistance, or more specifically, some information from you.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Rip, he's gone. He's gone! No!
I cannot do that. I cannot. I cannot do that.
Oh, stop flying away.
I cannot do that.
One thing that I still haven't figured out, is my build just that good, or is the game just that easy if you have a decent idea of what you're doing? Because just as a reminder, I didn't have any prior knowledge about this game, other than the very basics that led to me deciding that this game is worth playing. Like, I didn't follow a build or anything, I just went with what I thought looked reasonable and interesting. And I'm doing pretty damn well, especially now that I'm completely over Git, but there has never been a serious struggle.
I cannot do that.
I'm just wondering, did I just happen to put together a very competent build? Or is the game just rather easy at the moment? guess the only way to find out would be if I... Oh. Even if I played a build from someone else that's like supposedly really good. And I would only see how much easier it could get, but... No, that one still wouldn't tell me the full story. It just dropped 2 relics? What the heck?
Do that.
I thought I just clicked on a relic. No, no. That could be interesting. Wait a moment. Tier 2 armor shred. Give me that. Okay, crit chance, and then I put fist damage on there. Not how you spell physical. And then as suffixes, health and something else. Okay, let's do that first. I have way more health shards. Very funny. 10 out of 10. Damage. What do you think? Good thing is I have so many keys I can do arena for days. Whenever I get to it. Damn it. Healed, not damaged recently. Ah, they both suck. I should have probably re-rolled, I just realized. Completely forgot that re-rolling is a thing. Of course, both options suck. Of course you re-roll, you fucking idiots. God damn it. Well...
I cannot do that.
Hope I didn't completely screw myself for the boss fight. The outside here. Ryan? Maybe I can get that. Oh no no. Go away.
I cannot do that.
Okay, fine. If you don't want to go away, I'll make you go away. Yeah, that's what you get. I'm actually taking some damage here, how dare you? It's supposed to be invincible. Actually no, just immortal, not invincible. Invincible would mean that I can't take any damage, right? Invincible and invulnerable means you can't take damage, immortal just means you can't die. I'm just immortal, I can definitely take damage. Dancing Blow, really? Coming on up on 30 quest echoes echoes completed. Quest
I
echoes.
cannot do that.
That would be weird.
I cannot do that.
Gimme. That.
I cannot do that.
Depending on how many echoes this takes, I'll probably stop after this.
I cannot do that.
An arena run would take so long.
Stand down or die.
Don't think I want to do an entire arena run anymore.
I cannot do that.
No, we'll just do... yeah. We'll keep going until we get the quest echo. Get the boss done. Hopefully not die in the process. Find somebody to raid in the net that. Gold arena keys are really rare. Oh. I thought in level 100 timelines that would be more common. Not one so far. How many hours of playing? 3, a little more.
Stand down or die.
Right, give me that. Please be good.
Cannot do that.
Let's just go. Not many enemies, but worth it.
Stand down.
Just want to kill the boss. Hopefully get an upgrade and then be done with this timeline.